Yo, what is good, my Atlanta Raichu fans? We got another spectacular battle for you guys against the Suffolk Skuntanks, coached by Midnight Wolf himself. So let's get into the battle right here. I decided to lead off with my Alolan Ninetales again, and he ends up going to lead off with his Scizor. Now, I was expecting anything else but a Scizor lead, so this kind of threw me off guard. I guess he thought that I would lead with the Alolan Ninetales, but who knows? And so I got to switch out of here. Otherwise, I'm going to take a Bullet Punch, and that would kill my Alolan Ninetales. He's going to Mega Evolve here because he has to. That's one of the league rules. And he's going to go for the Bullet Punch just as I had predicted. And you're going to see that he played a very conservative battle style here, and I kind of played conservatively as well. So he's going to withdraw the Scizor, he's going to go out into the Blastoise, and I am just going to go for the Magma Storm, trap whatever it is that decides to come on in, and it's just going to take some damage. Not a lot because it's resisted, but, I'll take the damage. And I really wanted to get rid of the walls on his team, both the Porygon 2 and the Blastoise. And so I brought Heatran with Toxic. So I'm going to go for the Toxic here. He's probably going for the Scald here. Yeah, he goes for the Scald here. And that does a good bit of damage. But, Heatran's fat. And we like fat boys. So I'm going to take hail damage. He's going to take hail damage. And right here, I am planning on switching out because I don't know if an Earth Power will kill from that range. I think it did about 33% or something like that. So it was too risky. I go for the switch into Reuniclus. He goes for another Scald, and he gets the burn that doesn't matter because I am Magic Guard Reuniclus. So all is good in the world. And we get that leftover recovery. And he's just going to keep dying to Toxic. And we're just going to get a nice and easy kill right here. I guess he got a low roll the first time with the Scald. Just because that next Scald did a lot more damage. And right here, I make a questionable play when he brings in his Mega Scizor. And I'm thinking, okay, so he's either going to set up or go for the Bug Bite, and he ends up going for the Bug Bite. And I actually had options here. So I go into the Heatran, and I don't think he's going to take a chance with the Mega Scizor. So he's going to swap out into Porygon 2. I'm going to get him another Magma Storm off. Just in the very case that he ends up staying in and going for a superpower or something. And I go for the Magma Storm, get some damage, trap him, get some trap damage as well. And like I said before, my game plan was to Toxic the walls, make sure they both go down. And so right here, I'm thinking, yo, Heatran, you did your job. You are one of the MVPs of the game, if not the MVP. So he's going to go for Shadow Ball. This is probably going to kill. Yeah, and so Heatran dies. And so I switch in my Alolan Ninetales. I want to get that Aurora Veil up again. And you're going to see that the Porygon 2 just is not able to really touch the Alolan Ninetales. I guess he didn't bring Tri-Attack, so I'm kind of curious as to what his other attacks are. I'm guessing Recover and maybe Thunder Wave or Toxic. I'm not entirely too sure, but I guess we'll find out later. And he's going to bring in his Mega Scizor again. I'm going to go for the Blizzard because, well, I figure if he's going to switch into something, it might get frozen. And lo and behold, it gets frozen. The Hax Goddess Alolan Ninetales comes through. And so here I'm thinking, all right, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity to just start doing some big damage. And so I switch in my Mega Mawile. He gets frozen again. Lucky me. And I think right here he doesn't want to risk me setting up. So he's going to take the Mega Scizor out and go out into the Stoutland. Very well played because the Stoutland has Intimidate. And that's fine because I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution. And I'm going to try to get an attack off. But the 5%, it missed. What do you know? And yeah, I can't complain because I've been pretty lucky lately with regards to attacks that should have missed hitting and also getting freezes. And he goes for the Psychic Fangs, and I end up being able to avoid any damage because I switch in Greninja. And he asked me after the game if I predicted the Psychic Fangs, and I'm like, nah, who could have predicted Psychic Fangs? But I just got lucky because Greninja was able to take a hit, and then we exchanged a Hydro Pump for a return right there. And that he sees that the return just did nothing because the Aurora Veil was up. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm just going to play it safe, just get some safe damage, Water Shuriken, just in case he wanted to switch in the Mega Scizor, but he ends up switching in the Kommo-o, which was a very interesting switch. And now he's going to switch in the Scizor, and I am packing the Ice Beam as well. So he makes a couple of nice switches. And at this point, I can just kill off the Mega Scizor with a Hidden Power Fire, and that's going to be the end of Mega Scizor. And so now he is basically going to switch in his Porygon 2. And yeah, so this thing is, I think this thing is specially defensive, and I didn't want to take that chance, so I switch out the Greninja, go out into the Alolan Ninetales, so I can set up another Aurora Veil. And yeah, so he goes for the Recover. That was a good move on his part, just to try to prolong the longevity of Porygon 2. And let's see. Yeah, so I go for the Aurora Veil. He's going to start going for Shadow Balls again, which do maybe 10% damage at most. And yeah, so at this point, I decide, okay, you know what? Let's just keep doing Blizzard damage, get as much damage as we can possible, whittle this thing down, and soon enough the and soon enough the Toxic will catch up. And so I go for another Blizzard, and I think, yeah, he ends up surviving probably on 10 HP. He goes for another Shadow Ball. I guess at this point he realizes that he just cannot break through because the Toxic damage will catch up. And so he sends in Stoutland. My Alolan Ninetales is faster. He gets off the Intimidate. That doesn't matter. I'm just going to start Blizzarding and Moonblasting everything. And that's essentially going to be the game. And his last Pokemon are the Donphan and the Kommo-o. He brings in the Donphan just to try to do as much damage as he can. I go for the Freeze Dry because the hail stopped, and so I didn't want to miss a Blizzard. He goes for the Earthquake, gets as much damage as he can, and then he's going to go for an Ice Shard just to get even a little bit more damage, but under Aurora Veil, that damage is pretty negligible. It doesn't even do 5%, I don't think. And I just get another Freeze Dry off, kill the Donphan, and then the Kommo-o is going to come in and eat up a Moonblast, and that will be the game. And I will say that this game was a little interesting because I didn't expect it to see. I didn't expect to see the Stoutland at all, and then I was thinking in my mind that Donphan would have done a lot more work than it actually did, and his walls just kind of didn't do much either, which I was surprised just because I thought maybe Porygon 2 would have gotten a Toxic on something. But yeah, that's essentially what happened, guys. We came out with another W, and you know how we do, guys. We get W's for Wes, my boy Wanderer. And so next week we will play the Wisconsin Whimsicots, who have not won a game yet, but that doesn't mean that they can't win a game. And I definitely don't want to be the first team that they beat. So we'll bring the heat next week as well. And if you guys can just show your support to everyone that I battle as well, you know, be sure to tell them that they've played a great game and to keep watching their content. That'd be really great. And yeah, so Midnight Wolf actually has a YouTube channel, and I'll put his YouTube link down below in the description. And so if you want to watch some of the other battles that he plays, that'd be cool. But as always, guys, be sure to leave a like, comment, and also be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because we're going to be bringing some more fire to some more battles. And, you know, I know Midnight Wolf thinks that I got lucky, but he's about to find out in 2 weeks that it just wasn't luck. It's just, we're the Atlanta Raichus. We just don't lose. You know what I mean? But in any case, I'm going to get up on out of here. Your coach for the Atlanta Raichus, Playmaker, is signing out. Peace out, everybody.